Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Saturday. I just pulled a bunch of cards to fill a direct program reimbursement invoice, and I was like, I'm just going to do this. I might as well record it and show you guys what that looks like and talk to you about that. So I'm going to hop over and do that in 1 second, and you guys will get to see how I do that. It's about 100 cards, $900 worth of value. Anyways, but my name's TJ. I run a store called PokePaster TCG where I buy and I sell lots and lots of Pokemon cards. And if you're here and you're looking to do that, you're looking to get into the Pokemon card business. Well, there's my dog again. This is a place for you. I want to help you do that. So I'm gonna hop over and I will show you guys how I do this.
Okay, so here is this reimbursement invoice. That means that on my direct account, I have sold these cards through the direct program. And I have to send them to TCGplayer because they sold them on my behalf. Now, there are a few interesting things when it comes to all of this. It has to be in the correct order. So if you look there, you see Hopzation is the very first card that's on there. And so that has to be the one, the very first card included in the order. And then it has to be in order down that list. And then if it'll focus, and then the only ones, if you can see there, the only ones that can be in sleeves of any kind, this is kind of crazy, are the ones that have an underline on it. So if you see Hopzation has an underline there, but none of the other ones do. There are a few, like I think, Charizard EX, see that down there? That one's underlined, so that one can have a sleeve as well. But everything else just has to be no sleeve whatsoever. So that took me a little bit of getting used to, but Luxray from Celebrations is not at the top. This is at the bottom, so I have to go through all of these cards in reverse order and pull them out of their sleeves. So I'll start with the back here. I just like having this this invoice or the packing slip here so I can kind of double check. They should all be in the right order, but yeah. So it's Luxray from Celebrations, cool card. Now, honestly, I was a little sketched when I started doing this because I had it like, I thought that if things did not have sleeves, that they would automatically get damaged. Oh, my camera's turning off. That's cool. Which, to be honest, that is not the case. Yeah, these are kind of cool. These stamped promos from Evolving Skies. Someone bought 8 of these EVV Maxes. Anyways, but I thought that it would be so horrible if these ones don't have sleeves on them, so that's cool. I don't have to pull them out of sleeves. I thought it would be so horrible if cards were not sleeved. I thought that was going to be the worst thing in the world, but it's fine. Cards get there just fine with no issues. Which, speaking of that, when my sorting machine arrives, some of you guys might know this, I recently purchased some of these older, just regular double rare type cards. These are pretty cool. When my sorting machine arrives, I'm not going to be able to sleeve anything anymore, which kind of terrifies me. Because in order for something to go through the sorting machine, you can't have any sleeves on it. This one will have a sleeve on it, though. This Mewtwo here, Mewtwo GX, is a more expensive card. So this one will, oh no, oh gosh, little girly over here. Oh, she's fine. My wife's working tonight, so I got the kiddos sleeping, but I got that monitor down here. This one is also an expensive card. So this one will have a sleeve. This Great Catcher, it's a cool card. But I am excited for that machine to arrive. Oh, this kind of sucks. I was supposed to have 3 of these turbo patches, but I only have 2. I don't know why. I must have accidentally listed one. So usually when that happens, I just go over here and I make like a little dot. Where is turbo patch? I make a little dot right there because it kind of lets them know that there's something to look at. But I mean, they'll pick it up either way. But when you're missing a card from the reimbursement invoice, that is kind of a bummer because you have to pay for it. So now I'll just have to basically pay what I got paid for that card, which is a bummer. Yeah, that's a bummer for sure. But to be honest, because I've got that because I have that machine coming, I've been pausing the Avery first, right? Avery full art first, and 2 Agathas. But I kind of paused the bulk side of my business, because when that machine arrives, which is a $30,000 machine, I get 3 months to rent it to see if I want to go through with the lease. And then after those 3 months are up, I have to basically, make a decision on, do I want to actually lease it or not? And then they'll roll over that rental money into the amount of the loan, which is cool, or the lease or whatever. Love this one. I love all these trainer galleries are so sick. And so I'm wanting to make sure I have a huge backlog of bulk to crush when I get that machine. So I've kind of paused that, and I have a massive backlog. I mean, I probably have 250, maybe 300,000. I pulled this card one time, Silver Tempest Trainer Gallery card. $200,000 or $300,000, or not dollars, imagine. Two or 300,000 cards in bulk that I will try to crush and get through once the. I love this card too, man. Crown Zenith is a cool set. So yeah, so that kind of makes things slow down a little bit, because bulk is a pretty substantial part of my business. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about bulk a million times on, do bulk, learn the bulk game, sell bulk, all that. So pressing pause on that kind of sucks, but yeah, we're on the first page already. Man, we are just cranking through this. Now, if I didn't have, it's Quakewavel, no, Miraidon, then Quake, yeah, okay. If I didn't have sleeves on these cards, this process would be non-existent. I wouldn't have to do any of this at all. But I don't mind going through and like double checking. These are cool. I love this line, right? The Pidgeotto, Pidgeot. I have a few copies of the Pidgeot, but I love this illustration rare line. It's pretty sick. Pidgeotto. This one will have a sleeve on it. The old Glamorzard from Obsidian Flames. Sick. So I'll keep a sleeve on that one. Ultra rare version of it. Moving on to some 151. But yeah, I think, like I was saying, with that slowing down, and then also the just general slowdown of summer stuff, things are a little slower, but that's okay. Hoopa, Paradox Rift. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look over here too and see where I'm at in the Tatsugiri. Into the Paldean Fates now. Little Temporal Forces. I'll kind of speed this up a little bit. But yeah, had church tonight, so that was cool. Good weekend at church. Summer stuff slows down there too. Like I said, I live in Minnesota, and in Minnesota, when the summer hits, got 2 of these Lacey's. That's cool. When summer hits in Minnesota, people are just at the cabin. Like everyone has a cabin. It's kind of crazy. This is a really playable card, if you guys didn't know, by the way. Crispin lets you accelerate energy to a couple of your Pokemon, or one of your Pokemon in play. This is a pretty sick card. I think this is like $17 now. Something like that. Abominable, Chaladon, little Glaceon action. Glaceon EX. Why is it stuck? Glaceon EX. And then this one's cool. Hopzation. This is the special illustration rare from Journey Together. Okay, so I got all these cards de-sleeved and put in order, and I want to make sure that I should only have 4 cards with sleeves on. And as I'm looking at this stack right now, I see 4 sleeves, so we're good there. I don't think this will all fit into one team bag. I've got these. Now these are not the standard team bags that I ship everything in. These are the team bags that are a little bigger. Let me try. Ooh, Maybe they will. They're gonna fit. And if you're sitting here and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much value in here. How can you treat these cards like this? They don't even have sleeves on them. Believe me, I was once that way too. But this is how TCGplayer ships them to you when they send them back to you if there's anything wrong with them. And it doesn't seem like there are any issues, and I have never had any issues with that. So I'm not gonna have to do 2 team bags, which is cool. So we will just rip this off and try and seal it so there's not a ton of movement. And then over here, I just usually go with like a thanks, God bless. And then yeah, this gets chucked into a bubble mailer. Not the well, maybe I can do the 4x6. Anyways, this gets chucked into a bubble mailer and then gets sent to TCGplayer to their reimbursement invoice warehouse. So yeah, that's how I do. This is, like I said, about 100 cards and a little over $1,000 or $1,100 or something like that of value here. And so, yeah, pretty easy. And instead, if I wasn't in the direct program, I would have to ship these out to all of those different customers, and I don't have to do that, which is pretty sick. So the direct program would recommend, but there's some drawbacks too. I've made a whole video on that. You can check out that video. Anyways, that'll do it for this one. Just a little Saturday night getting some card stuff done, and figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. So hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. As always, God bless. Jesus loves you. I hope you know that, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.